Hey there, Carnage Cravers. Welcome back to Carnage Corner. I am Ken Carnage, and it is time for another This Week in Carnage. So, where to start? Brock Lesnar. We've not seen Brock Lesnar since Hell in a Cell. But we will see Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, where he will be in the triple threat match with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Now, this week, Roman Reigns came out with his Shield buddies and cut a promo and got interrupted by Corbin and Strowman and Dolph and McIntyre. And, you know, they're talking their crap back and forth, this and that. And Dolph and Drew try and spin Dean Ambrose, you know. But, oh, God. The Shield later on in the main event would take on the team of Baron Corbin and AOP. It's nice to see AOP in the main event slot. It's nice to see them get a little push. I don't know whose idea it was to put Drake Maverick with them. That's just crazy. You know, and of course the Shield did win that match, and then Braun comes out, and you know along with Dolph and Drew, and insanity ensues and whatnot. But you know, I'm standing by what I said. Braun Strowman, I believe, is going to be our next Universal Champion. You know, honestly, I think the only reason why Brock's being brought back for the Saudi Arabia gimmick is because the Saudi Arabians want to have somebody that they know. You know, they want the big stars. They look at Roman and they go, eh. You know, they look at Braun and they go, eh. Where's the guys, you know, that we know? So, there's that. The former Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, of course, is the current one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. In addition to the antics with the Shield, Dolph and Drew defended the Raw Tag Team Championships against the Revival. It turns out that my prediction of the Revival coming back and winning the tag titles from them was incorrect. You know, I called that one wrong. At this point, I don't know who would take the tag titles off of them. You know, Seth Rollins, he tried to turn Drew McIntyre the same way they were trying to turn Dean Ambrose. You know, there's a lot of psychoanalyzing going on, a lot of, you know, Mr. Freud bullshit, psycho bullshit. It's not, you know, everybody thinks they're a goddamn psychologist. But, you know, and it's funny because all three sets of the male titles in WWE are all tied up between the same 6 guys. You know, which is a little odd, but neither here nor there. So, former women's champion Alexa Bliss is rumored that she will be taking on Trish Stratus at the Evolution pay-per-view. That's a match I think I will enjoy. I think that'll be a damn good match. The current Raw Women's Champion is Ronda Rousey, who we didn't see Ronda this week, I don't believe. You know, this week we saw Natalya and the Bellas take on the Riot Squad. I don't remember seeing Ronda at all. At this point, I'm thinking that Natalya is going to be our next Raw Women's Champion when she inevitably turns on Ronda. I feel like that may happen. I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of feeling it out here because my gut tells me that Natalya will turn on Ronda. That's going to happen. The question is whether or not that's going to cost someone else to beat Ronda for the title, or whether or not it's going to be Natalya who's able to get her hands on it. I'm not entirely sure. So, over on SmackDown, Jinder Mahal still nowhere to be seen. I haven't seen him on Raw in forever. AJ Styles came out and signed the contract for his title match with Samoa Joe at Super Showdown. But when they called for Joe, well, Joe didn't come out. Joe came on the Titantron and showed us that he was at AJ Styles' house. And AJ freaked out. He got mad. He damn near cried. He begged, "No, bro, don't do it. No, come on, dude, don't do it. No." Yeah, and Joe, he rang the doorbell, and that's how they went off air on SmackDown. I have no... I swear to God, I expect, because if you watch it, Joe's not responding to anything that AJ says. It seems as if Joe is pre-recorded. So I was expecting Joe to come and attack AJ from behind. But they went off the air, and we didn't see that happen. So I was expecting it, but they didn't do it. Jeff Hardy. Have not seen Jeff Hardy. No Jeff Hardy. I'm still inclined to believe that Jeff will return as another character, possibly Willow or Brother Nero. Jeff will be back, but Jeff will be back as something different. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how long that's going to take. It may take a little while. I don't know if Jeff is nursing an injury or not. I know he's pretty banged up because of the style in which he wrestles, but so he needs a little time to heal, but he will be back. Shinsuke Nakamura was defending the United States Championship against Ty Dillinger. This match, of course, was interrupted by Randy Orton, who attacked Ty Dillinger. When asked if Dillinger was going to be his next victim, Orton said no. And they asked, "Why did you attack him?" He said, "Well, the Perfect 10 stuff just pisses me off." I can't say I blame him. It's a stupid gimmick. So, that being said, what has happened to the Bludgeon Brothers? Where are the Bludgeon Brothers? I haven't seen the Bludgeon Brothers since they lost the titles to the New Day. Maybe they'll come back in Australia. So the New Day are the tag team champions, and they came out, and Big E had a one-on-one matchup with Sheamus. A matchup that Sheamus won. The Bar, will be challenging for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in Australia at Super Showdown. I believe the Bar will win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at Super Showdown. Now, former Women's Champion Charlotte was doing a photo shoot and was attacked by the current champion Becky Lynch. Becky slamming Charlotte into a big case of drawers several times, and then putting a foot on her, holding her belt up and saying, "Take the champ's picture." I'm loving it. It's funny. In some ways, Becky is almost acting like in some ways, she's acting like The Rock, especially with the referring to herself in the third person all the time. But I'm loving it. Becky will be defending the title against Charlotte at Super Showdown, and I believe that Becky will retain. While we're on the subject of Super Showdown, do you guys realize that for East Coast time, that thing comes on at 4 a.m.? I just found that out. It's like, holy shit, I guess I'm not watching that live. Unless I'm up. But, I mean, I hope I'm not freaking up. That would mean I was up all damn night. I hate being up all night. Anyways, well, unless I have a good reason to be up all night. But that's neither here nor there. Cruiserweight 205 Live. Can we just stop for a second and bask in the knowledge that we don't have to deal with that fucking Muppet anymore? So, Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander had a sit-down with Drake Maverick and with Buddy Murphy. Cedric will be defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Buddy Murphy at Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia, and I believe Buddy Murphy will win the Cruiserweight Championship. Despite the fact that I really don't believe Buddy's under 205 pounds. he looks like a solid 220. But that's neither here nor there. On to NXT. Aleister Black is still missing. Or still out of action. They're still trying to figure out what happened to him. Ciampa had a one-on-one match with Otis Dozovich from Heavy Machinery. What a match! This was a damn good match. I mean, Tommaso bounced around for Otis and fought from underneath, and he won clean. He won clean, mind you. Great match, great showing from Otis Dozovich. Just really good. Really good. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. Who's going to be the next NXT champion? Fucked if I know. At this point in time, I think Tommaso's going to have that thing for a while. I really think he's going to have it for a while. He may eventually lose it to somebody like EC3 or Lars Sullivan or something like that, but I think Tommaso's going to reign for a while. On a side note, what the fuck is up with Tommaso's ring music? He got new ring music, and it goes beep, 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 beep. I looked up expecting Taz. Like, what? Taz. Paisan. The fuck? This guy steal your music? I mean, I know it's not the same guitar riff and everything else afterwards, but I mean that flatline, man. That flatline. I think that's your flatline, brother. You know, this is All right. So moving on. So. Adam Cole opened up NXT. Well, actually, William Regal opened up NXT, but Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era interrupted him. Adam Cole wanted to make it sound as if Ricochet had been ducking him and that William Regal wasn't doing his job and this, that, and the other. And, of course, William Regal let Adam Cole know that he would be getting another shot at the North American Championship in a triple threat match with Ricochet and Pete Dunne. We did not see Ricochet this week, but that is some bombshell news that we got concerning the North American Championship. And I still would like to see Pete Dunne win it. He probably won't, but I'd like to see it. That being said, on to the tag team division at NXT. Mustache Mountain, I haven't seen them. They're probably, gearing up for NXT UK, and that's why we haven't seen them. But Undisputed Era, they also found out from William Regal that they were going to be having to defend their tag team titles against the War Raiders. The War Raiders are going to beat them. The War Raiders will be the next NXT Tag Team Champions. I'm very happy about that. I love the War Raiders. They're great. I enjoy watching them work. They got a unique look. I got no complaints at this point in time. I'd like to see them with some gold around their waist. So, the NXT Women's Division. Shayna Baszler came out and spoke with Kairi Sane after Kairi's match, and basically said she's enacting her rematch clause for the first ever all women's pay-per-view, WWE Evolution, and how did the all women's pay-per-view end up named after an all male stable? Anyways, so Kairi Sane, she had she had herself a match, which she won against Vanessa Bourne, I believe the woman's name was, and good match, good showing. She was very confident in telling Shayna that she will beat her again, and I believe she will. I don't believe Shayna is going to regain. I believe that Kairi will retain. And can we get this belt on Nikki Cross already? I mean, I would really love to see Nikki Cross get herself a run with the NXT Women's Championship. I think that would be great. I love watching Nikki Cross work. Nikki's fantastic, and apparently Nikki Cross knows who attacked Aleister Black, or so it sounded. I don't know. So that being said, other wrestling news. Rumor has it that Rey Mysterio is re-signing with the WWE. Well, that would make sense, seeing as how he's, been appearing in the video game. If you think about this, think about it. First, Sting signs on for the video game, and then all of a sudden Sting's coming to WWE. Goldberg signs on for the video game, and all of a sudden Goldberg's coming back. Ray signed on for the video game, and now all of a sudden Ray's coming back. I mean, it makes sense. So, the only question is, what do you do with him? Where do you put him? Alright, do we do, Ray versus Shinsuke? I could dig it. Do we do Ray versus Seth Rollins? We do Ray versus AJ? Do we do Ray versus, Buddy Murphy? I mean, technically Ray is a cruiserweight. He's under 205 pounds. So, I don't know what they'll do should they bring him in. I have no idea. But I'm interested to see. So, and my next topic of discussion. Can Brie Bella go home, please? Brie Bella boots Liv Morgan in the face twice and severely concusses her. I mean, she plain knocked Liv Morgan the fuck out. All right, and I watch this footage over and over again. You get people who are like, "It's Liv's fault. She leaned into it." No, motherfucker, watch it again. Liv collapsed down after Brie booted her in the fucking face. Brie Bella sucks ass, always has. And now people are getting hurt because of it. Ship her and Seth Rollins back to developmental until they can learn not to fucking hurt people. God damn. Oh, and Triple H was asked to respond to The Undertaker's claims about his soul. And Undertaker replied that he had sold his soul Triple H replied he sold his soul long ago. I wonder if he means when he married into the McMahon family. I kind of feel like that's what he means. Yeah. Oh, what must it be like to have a marital dispute as that man? I mean, all I can imagine is him going, "I'm sorry, honey, don't divorce me, don't fire me, don't throw me out on my ass and leave me with nothing." That's... All right, movie news. The X-Men Dark Phoenix film is set to come out on February 14th, 2019. I can't bring myself to care about this. I know that sounds bad. But, X-Men Apocalypse... it kind of sucked. And, it kind of sucked. I'm not really interested in these new kids they've got playing the X-Men. It's... I don't care. Fighting with My Family, a movie about Paige and her family, which will have many, many, many WWE superstars playing themselves. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to watch this at some point. I feel like it's going to be a train wreck. It won't be the first train wreck I watched. It won't be the last train wreck I watch. That being said, The Captain Marvel trailer. Alright, this just was weird because Nick Fury's got 2 eyes and he's got hair. It's fucking weird. Fucking weird. It's just fucking weird. Okay? Nick Fury has 2 eyes and he has hair. You know, like, if his hair was any longer, I'd think I was watching, like, some sequel to Pulp Fiction with an old-ass, you know, what the fuck was his character's name? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But all in all, if I can get past the 2-eyed, hair-having Nick Fury, I will have to say that this looks watchable. You know? But here's the rub. Here's the problem. And here's what I hope they address. If Nick Fury met Captain Marvel years ago, why is it when the Shatari attacked in Avengers, why did he not call for Captain Marvel then? Okay, this is the problem with doing prequels and everything else and trying to create such a large universe that interconnects and everything else, is you can write yourself into a freaking corner. You know, so I don't know if that's something they're going to address. I'll be interested to see if it is. Oh, and that is going to finish up this week. And of course, I always finish up with the quote of the week, and this is no different. This one comes from a captain of industry, a man who made something that they thought was impossible possible. And the quote is, "Whether you say you can or say you can't, you're right." Until next time, folks, I am Ken Karnage, and always remember, Karnage is right around the corner.